Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Today we're going to talk with Jan Dougan about solutions for your resolutions. Jan, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Jan is the Purdue Extension Educator for Du Bois County. She's also the Director of Purdue Extension in Du Bois County. And Jan, we say solutions for your resolutions. Now, some people think, oh, that only has to be at the beginning of the year, do I do a resolution? That's not really the case. A resolution could be anytime you decide, I'm going to improve.
That's right. I think, people have those aha moments where it might be at the doctor's office, it might be shopping for a pair of jeans or a pair of pants, it might be looking in the mirror some morning and you say, whoa, things aren't fitting so good anymore. I think maybe I need to take off a little weight, or maybe even you're running after your grandkids and all of a sudden you feel like you're winded and you're like, wow, I need to get better cardio going here so that I can keep up with these kids. So, there could be that aha moment that makes us think we need to change.
And one of the things we talked about off camera, we're going to talk about now, is it could be something really simple and small, and that's probably the best way to start. If you want to become healthy, okay, there's a lot of different things you can do to make yourself healthy, but maybe you should focus on one thing, get good at that, or make it a habit, and then move on to something else.
And actually, I believe that's what the research is telling us, is that it can be so overwhelming that we give up. So it's really better to make some small changes, one at a time, work at that, get it as part of your regular routine, part of your daily life, part of who you are. Sort of get yourself on autopilot that way, doing it. And so then it becomes okay, it's easy, it's part of who you are, and then you can add another change to what you need to do. Because I think most of us who want to be healthier, who feel we need to maybe make some changes, we know what we need to do. A lot of people know what they need to do. It's just, how do we make that happen? How do we make that happen in our daily lives?
And sometimes we make that a bigger chore than it needs to be. And we're going to talk about some simple things you can do that really can make a significant difference.
So, right, we want to talk about a few small changes that you can try. One of the things we talk about a lot is, and we hear about a lot, and we know for a fact that we need to be drinking water. We need to be drinking some water every day. So, if you're not a water drinker, if you're a soda drinker, you know what? Try replacing just one of those sodas that you have during the day with water instead of soda. Start there. Start small and work up. We know that the recommendation is about 8 glasses of water a day. A glass of water is 8 ounces, so 8 times 8 is
16, or 8 times 64.
64 ounces. So I brought my pitcher here, and I put a blue line around my pitcher, and so that's how much water we need to drink every day. 8 glasses of water.
Now, I think this might be is the glass half empty or half full. When you put it in that perspective, for some people they may go, wow, that's a lot of water. I can't drink that much. I look at that and I go, that's not as much as I thought. It's in a day's time, sure, I can drink that much. But then you say 8 glasses, and when I think 8 glasses, that's a lot. But
But that's 2 glasses.
Yes.
That's 16 ounces of water.
So I only need 4 of these.
Right.
And that's easy to do.
Right. So I think for a lot of us, we know the information. We just have to understand what that really means for us and figure out how we can make that happen in our lives, in our daily life, in our routine. So figure out where you could create some prompts in your life that will get you to drinking more water. So for me, this looks overwhelming, as you mentioned. I'm like, I can't drink all that water. But for me, thinking I can drink 4 glasses like this a day, no problem. So what I have done, and we kind of have to train ourselves. We have to train our behavior. So for me personally, when I walk into the kitchen in the morning, that's my cue. I grab this glass of water, I fill it with water, I drink it before I have any coffee, before as I'm starting to get things ready for breakfast or figuring out what Gary and I are going to do for breakfast, I drink that glass of water. I already have 2 glasses of water before I even have breakfast in the morning.
You're 25% of the way there.
Exactly. So see, that's the positive thinking that we need to do when we're trying to change behaviors. So then I know that if I have water with my lunch, I probably have another 2 glasses of water. I have water sometime during the day. And then in the evening, I have another one before I go to bed. So there I go. I have my 4 in. And if I get more in, great. If not, I know that I've met the minimum of the 8 glasses of water every day.
And when you say 8 glasses of water, do I need to be drinking 8 cups, 8 ounces, 8 ounces of water, pure just water, or can that be coffee? Can it be milk?
Well, we get liquids from a lot of foods and from a lot of other things we drink, and everybody's water need is a little bit different. You need to pay attention to your body to know how much water you really need. Oftentimes we're thirsty when we think we're hungry because we haven't had enough water. But we get water in fruits and vegetables, we get water in milk, we get water in coffee. All that water counts, but drinking just some plain water is really a good idea.
Well, I know people who they go out to eat. Some people get soft drinks, okay, or they'll get an alcoholic beverage of some sort. Maybe substitute that with water. I know a lot of fast food restaurants you can buy bottled water now at that instead of a soft drink. Or if you think you have to have a glass of Coke, okay, get a glass of water with it. You can have both.
Exactly.
And they'll be glad to bring that to you.
Exactly.
Put a little lemon in it and it's got some flavor.
And then instead of replenishing your soft drink, drink your water. You know, when they come back to replenish your soft drink. So it's really about making that conscious effort to make that choice and to think positively about what I can do and not what I can't do.
Right. Maybe one way would be set 4 bottles of water out on a counter at night. So you see those 4 bottles when you wake up, you know that's what you have to drink. And all it is those 4 bottles.
That's another way people can do it. Just, you know, you have to figure out what works for you. We're all different, we're all unique, and we have to figure out how to make it work for us. So some other small changes, if people are trying to adapt to a healthier lifestyle, a small change is just change up your plate size. So instead of using this plate, use the plate Bill has here. You're actually going to eat a little less, and that's a change that you can make, and it's not really probably going to impact your thoughts very much or your life very much, but it's just that small change you could make that you could eat a little bit less by using a smaller plate.
And all of us in our counter have the big plate, the smaller plate, and even a little smaller plate. So, you know, you could, don't choose the big plate, choose a smaller one.
Right.
Because I come from the old school of you've got to eat everything on your plate.
Correct.
Okay, so
the Clean Plate Club.
Yes, the Clean Plate Club. I'm a member. And really, this is plenty of food for me. And I know we've talked in the past about mindful eating.
Yes.
And this is more mindful than this.
Yes. Yes. And savor your food. Enjoy your food. You know, eat things you really enjoy and really savor them. You know, along with the eating, find ways to be active in your day. And, you know, that might be the small change that you can make. Okay, I'm going to start parking a little bit further from the office door and walk in. You know, that's just a little small change, but it's these small changes that in the long term are going to be healthier for us, and we're going to realize the health benefits of making those small changes.
So little things like that
Sure.
can add up. And then once you conquer drinking more water, then go to a smaller plate.
Sure.
And I, you know, I'm one of those that parks far away. I always park in the furthest lot away because I like walking. And I spend a lot of time in the day walking a lot.
Yeah.
I guess there's other little things we can do all day long, but we need to find them for ourselves.
Exactly. Find out what works for you. You know, if you're a snacker, you know, say, okay, I'm going to snack on fruit. I'm going to enjoy fruit, and I'm going to enjoy my snacking, but I'm going to snack on fruit. Or I'm a snacker, I'm going to find snacks that are only 100 calories. And that's what's going to be my snack, because that's an appropriate size snack. So find those snacks that are 100 calories and enjoy those. Whole grain popcorn, that would be a choice. You could have a couple cups of popcorn for a snack. that would be a great 100-calorie snack. Or right now, you know, when they're in season, the oranges and things are so good and so yummy. So, you know, having an orange for a snack instead of grabbing that candy bar.
Or one thing I'm guilty of is I will take the bag of potato chips with me and eat from the bag.
Right.
You don't really know when to stop because
Correct.
it's always full, and sometimes like Doritos, they just taste so good. If I would take what I would like to eat and put it in a bowl and leave the bag in the cabinet, and then when I'm done with that bowl, I'm done.
So if you like sitting on the couch and watching TV in the evening, and you like to have a salty snack of some kind, portion control yourself. Put what you want or what you're willing to eat into the bowl or into a plastic bag, take it with you to the couch, and leave the big bag in the pantry, in the kitchen.
Little tips that we're learning
Little
here.
small little changes like this can really make a difference. So you might have to look at, hey, what am I doing? What are my habits? You know, we've talked a lot about what healthier habits are. Healthier habits are drinking water, moving more, eating more fruits and vegetables, choosing lean protein, eating low-fat dairy. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're a 2% milk drinker. You know, maybe it's time to just jump down and try 1%. Just that little small change. That's all you're going to do. And see if that works, and then add another small change later on.
I wouldn't have believed that what she said would work with me and milk, because we always drank the vitamin D whole milk. And I never believed that I could ever stomach and enjoy drinking 2% milk. That's all we drink now is 2% milk because of a little step that you told us, and we just go through that. 1%, that might be my next goal.
You might try it.
Might try that.
You might try it.
Well, I certainly have to start drinking more water and using a smaller plate and just doing little things like that make a difference in my life.
Well, if the viewers watching, just remember that there are a lot of different changes that we can make. When we try to make too many changes at one time, we're usually setting ourselves up for failure. So try to make a small change, get good at that, feel comfortable with that, then add on. Then keep adding on until you've got all the different kinds of healthy lifestyles you want to incorporate in your life, and then you're on your way to being a healthier you.
Let's hope you have learned something here on WJTS in.form. Our guest has been Jan Dougan. Jan, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We thank you for watching WJTS in.form. Tune in again for WJTS in.form on WJTS. We're local people watching local people.